Welcome to this introduction video for Bairs of the Radiant Realm, a 2-player dice placement game created for the BoardGameGeek 2022 9-card Nanogame print and play design contest. In this game, you take on the role of one of the Bairs of the air. Always looking to fly higher, further and faster, you are working to build a new aircraft. You will fly your wondrous machine across the Radiant Realm, helping its inhabitants, who will then help you in return by giving you resources or special abilities to build your new flying wonder. Game setup is quick and takes about 30 minutes to play. First, let us meet our valiant Bairs. Your first task when setting up the game is to pick who you want to play as. Each Bair has a special ability. Which Bair will you be? Once both players have selected their Bair, turn over the third Bair card not picked by either player. This is the new aircraft you are both trying to build. This card has 6 building slots and specific resources that need to go into each building slot. There's 4 resource types. These are fuel, to power your aircraft, gizmos, to help control it, scrap, for the aircraft structure, and lastly paint, because all Bairs want the coolest looking aircraft. But how will you get these resources? By visiting 6 locations across the Radiant Realm, where helping inhabitants with their problems will unlock rewards. Can you help the giants to build a new workshop? Yeet the slugs away from Bernard's prize-winning pumpkins? Or stop the crocodile before they steal even more precious artwork? To set up the Radiant Realm, shuffle the 4 green Tier 1 Radiant Realm cards and lay them, next to each other, on the table with the Help Me side up. Then shuffle the 2 orange Tier 2 Radiant Realm cards and place them to the right of the line, Help Me side up. The order of the cards corresponds to positions rolled on the movement dice. We'll explain the dice rolling very soon. Both players should agree what order the line runs in, which card represents a movement dice value of 1, and so on. The last setting up step is to place the 20 coloured cubes in a central pool where both players can pick them up. These are the resource cubes players will pick up by travelling across the Radiant Realm. You'll need 5 cubes of 4 different colours. You can pick any 4 colours, but we recommend red cubes for fuel, yellow for gizmos, black for scrap, and blue for paint. That setup finished, your Bair is ready to fly across the Radiant Realm and help its wonderful mix of inhabitants. So how do you actually play? Your goal is to build a new aircraft by gathering the right resources and placing them in the right aircraft building slots. Each player takes turns to roll 4 dice and allocate them to A. Power up your flying machine, B. Move to a location, C. Interact with a location, and D. Build a part of your new aircraft. Each player takes 7 turns. At the end of the 7 turns, players count the points for their new aircraft. The more resource cubes you have in the right building slots, the more points you score. You will roll all 4 dice on every turn. All 4 dice must be allocated to a different action as follows. On the first turns of each player, you will allocate 1 dice to power up your flying machine, 1 dice to travel to a location, 1 dice to unlock the location, which is flipping the card, and 1 dice to gain a reward from the unlocked location. On the subsequent 6 turns of each player, you will allocate 1 dice to power up your flying machine, 1 dice to travel to a location, 1 dice to unlock a location, flipping the card, or gain a reward from a previously unlocked location by either player, and 1 dice to allocate a resource the player holds into an aircraft building slot. Unlocked cards provide rewards to any player that visits them. However, the player can only access the set of rewards in the half of the card facing them. This gives the player who originally unlocked the card a small advantage, as they decide which set of rewards faces each player. Each rewards card has 2 halves. One half offers steady rewards across all dice values. The other half has a chance of no reward for low dice rolls, low rewards for most rolls, but a higher reward for high dice rolls. The direction of rewards cards cannot be changed once this is set by the player that unlocked it. For turns 2 to 7, players must use 1 dice to build a section of their new aircraft. New aircraft requires 6 components, labelled on the new aircraft card. Each component of the card requires a specific resource. Points are scored for allocating the correct resource to the right building slot, and lost for allocating the wrong component or not allocating a component at all. At the end of the game, you will score 2 points for allocating the correct resource to a building slot, 0 points for allocating an incorrect resource to a building slot, or -1 point for failing to allocate a resource to a building slot, leaving it blank. Once each player has taken 7 turns, count the points to determine the winner. There's no tiebreaker for draws. If there's a draw, both bears win. Thank you for watching this introductory video for Bairs of the Radiant Realm. You can find us on BoardGameGeek by searching for our Work in Progress thread in the Works in Progress forum. Links to the free print and play files and rules are in the video description. Do stop by to say hello, and best of luck in your balloon adventures across the Radiant Realm.